Good evening, friends. Welcome back to the channel. Today is Thursday, August 6, 2026, and the medical world is moving at hyperspeed. In this video, we are breaking down a historic FDA approval that completely changes life for narcolepsy patients. We will also look at a massive paradigm shift in how we detect heart disease, and a brand new immune cell trial targeting advanced cancer. If you want to stay ahead of the curve on global health, hit that subscribe button right now. Let's dive straight into the biggest stories hitting the medical journals today. FDA breakthrough, Takeda's Orzifil secures game-changing approval for narcolepsy type 1. The new vaccine era, Moderna's mRNA 1010 influenza vaccine faces its major PDUFA decision day. Oncology breakthrough, UK doctors dose the first ever patient with a revolutionary MAGE-A4 targeting NK cell therapy. The diabetes shift, India adopts a revolutionary once-weekly insulin treatment. Segment 2, FDA Watch, Orzifil and the mRNA flu revolution. Our top story today comes from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. The FDA just officially approved Orzifil, oveporexton. Developed by Takeda Pharmaceuticals, this is the first ever drug designed to treat the full range of narcolepsy type 1 symptoms. Instead of just masking fatigue, it targets the underlying orexin system. It previously locked in a breakthrough therapy designation and a priority review. It is now moving to the DEA for final scheduling before hitting pharmacy shelves. Meanwhile, all eyes are on Moderna's mRNA 1010. This is an mRNA-based seasonal influenza vaccine targeting adults aged 50 and older. The official PDUFA decision date was set for this week. This launch marks the official arrival of mRNA tech into mainstream, seasonal flu protection. Check out the structural breakdown of these approvals below. #QuickScan, major August 2026 FDA milestones. Drug/vaccine, primary indication, current status/target date, sourcing and context. Orzifil, oveporexton, narcolepsy type 1, full symptoms, approved, awaiting DEA scheduling, FDA press room. mRNA 1010 is seasonal influenza, adults 50 plus, PDUFA decision window active infectious disease advisor. Olomorasib, CRAS G12C mutant pancreatic cancer, granted breakthrough designation, Cancer Network reports. Iberdomide relapsed/refractory multiple myeloma a priority review, PDUFA, August 17, FDA pipeline updates. Segment 3, Oncology Innovation, ZIMA4-1 and the 7-minute shot. Moving on to oncology, we have an incredible world first to report. In Manchester, UK, doctors at the Christie NHS Foundation Trust have successfully dosed the first patient with an experimental immune cell therapy called ZIMA4-1. 58-year-old Tracy Tomlinson, who is battling advanced ovarian cancer, received this engineered treatment. Unlike brutal chemotherapies that carpet bomb your entire system, ZIMA4-1 utilizes specially modified natural killer (NK) immune cells. These cells are engineered to actively track down and destroy MAGE-A4 protein. This approach shields healthy tissues from collateral damage. This news arrives right alongside a broader shift toward accessible oncology. For example, a new 7-minute subcutaneous cancer shot has just been introduced by Roche. This under-the-skin version of Tecentriq reduces the standard administration time by nearly 80%. It eliminates the need for patients to sit through hours of grueling 4 infusions. Targeted action, NK cells actively target the MAGE-A4 protein, leaving healthy cells untouched. Trial phase, currently entering phase 1 trials to rigorously establish human safety margins. Time reductions, subcutaneous innovations like the new Tecentriq formula drop clinical delivery times from hours down to just 7 minutes. Segment 4, Global Health Shifts, the silent cardiovascular crisis. Now let's talk about a silent crisis hiding in plain sight. A massive study led by the Indian Council of Medical Research (ICMR) has sent shockwaves through the cardiovascular community. The data reveals that nearly 9 out of 10 Indian adults suffer from some form of cholesterol imbalance. What makes this terrifying is that it isn't just affecting individuals who are overweight or diabetic. The study identified 355 million Indians with completely normal blood sugar and blood pressure who still possess dangerously abnormal lipid levels. The data highlights a distinct genetic factor known as the Asian Indian phenotype. This phenotype is characterized by higher baseline body fat and intrinsically low HDL, the good cholesterol. The crisis is peaking early in adults aged 30 to 39. This forces medical professionals to completely rethink preventative healthcare. Screening must start significantly earlier to get ahead of this curve. Hashtag the ICMR cholesterol study, key statistics. Asterisk 90%, total percentage of Indian adults found with lipid imbalances. Asterisk 355 million, number of individuals with abnormal lipids despite having completely normal blood sugar and blood pressure. Asterisk 30 to 39, the critical age group where cholesterol imbalances are peaking. Asterisk low HDL, the primary driver behind this hidden cardiovascular risk across the population. Segment 5, Diabetes Care and Epidemic Defenses. Next up, a massive victory for diabetes management. Patients in India now have access to a weekly insulin icodec, a revolutionary once-weekly basal insulin developed by Novo Nordisk. This changes the treatment landscape for adults with both type 1 and type 2 diabetes. Instead of enduring 365 daily needle pricks a year, patients only need 52 injections annually. Clinical trials across 4,000 adults demonstrated superior HbA1c reductions compared to traditional daily basal insulin, removing a massive psychological barrier to patient compliance. Shifting our focus to infectious diseases, the World Health Organization is rushing resources to the Democratic Republic of Congo. The DRC is currently fighting a record-breaking Ebola outbreak, with 3,605 confirmed cases and 1,587 deaths reported since May. In response, the International Medical Corps is opening the nation's largest dedicated treatment center this week to dramatically scale up containment efforts. Asterisk a weekly impact, slashes insulin requirements from 365 painful injections a year down to just 52. Asterisk Ebola surge, active transmission spans across 33 health zones, with the Ituri province absorbing 88% of all confirmed cases. Asterisk trial speed, new clinical trials for the elusive Bundibugyo Ebola species are launching faster than in any previous outbreak. DMD. In older women with adequate calcium intake receiving osteoporosis medications, calcium supplements did not provide additional improvements in hip bone mineral density, BMD, or bone strength. However, a low dietary protein intake was associated with reduced skeletal benefits of anti-resorptive therapy. Medscape. Physical characteristics. The confusion between adrenarche and pubarche arises when trying to define the physical signs of puberty. In his review of the literature, Koplowitz IV outlined the order of female puberty as follows: thelarche, growth spurt, and menarche. He argues that pubarche is not related to gonadarche because the appearance of pubic hair is regulated by androgens. Others acknowledge both androgens and pubic hair as part of the different pathways through puberty. A girl may progress through puberty synchronously, meaning that breast development and pubic hair growth occur simultaneously and develop steadily nearing the end of puberty when menarche and regular cycling begin. However, most children progress through puberty asynchronously. Helpful models of the pathways through puberty have distinguished those that reach pubarche before thelarche as the adrenarche pathways, despite basing their model on data from children starting at age 9 years, essentially excluding the onset of adrenarche. 9. This is an erroneous conflation of adrenarche and pubarche. They were not the first to conflate these terms. Much of the confusion between adrenarche and pubarche comes from clinical studies of premature adrenarche, which is the presence of pubic hair before the age of 8 years in girls. Talbot retermed the condition previously known as premature pubarche as premature adrenarche when androgens were speculated to be associated with the condition. Now the terms remain in use interchangeably. JAMANetwork.com. Segment 6, Outro and Interactive Call to Action. That wraps up your comprehensive medical news briefing for today, August 6, 2026. From engineering natural killer cells to fight cancer, to replacing daily needles with a single weekly insulin shot, medical science is rewriting what is possible. I want to hear from you down in the comments. Which of these breakthroughs do you think will have the biggest impact on global health? Don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who needs to see it, and subscribe to get your daily medical check. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Disclaimer: compiled information. This content is for educational purposes and is not a substitute for professional advice. the audience must verify the contents before use. The creator, publisher, and YouTube will not be responsible for any harm.